Solving problems with missing digits. Let's say that you have this problem in your homework or on a test, and it's an addition problem, but there are some numbers missing. How do you solve that? Well, that's what we're going to look at today. I'm going to write the problem here. I'm going to write, whoops, I'm going to write it a little bigger, give myself some room to work. I'm just going to put a line for the missing digit, another line, and then we've got the bottom. So I'm doing my best to copy it again, but trying to make sure that things are lined up. Again, if you have graph paper, perfect time for the graph paper, good time for the binder paper to turn it sideways. Okay, let's look at this. Now this is addition, so something added to 5 should equal a 3. At first glance, that just doesn't make sense, but think about what you know. There is a math fact that you add 5 to that ends in a 3. 5 plus 8? 5 plus 8 ends in 13. Well, all we're concerned about, right now, we just need to make sure that 3 is in this place. And so we are going to put an 8 here. Just bear with me. We're using what we know to solve this problem. Now, 5 plus 8 isn't 3 though, it's 13. So we need to make sure we get this 1 in the tens column. So now let's look at this column. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus something needs to end in a 7. Well, 8 plus 8 is 16. 8 plus 9 is 17. Let's put a 9 here. So now we've got 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 7. Sure enough, it's 17. And we put this 1 up here. So now we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy enough. And then 7 plus something is 8. Well, 7 plus 1 is 8. So now we've solved the problem. We've got the missing digits. I'm going to just write it again up here and just like this, just to kind of make sure. 8 plus 5 is 13. 9, 10, 17, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8,673. Hey, that wasn't so bad. We can use what we know to solve problems that we don't know. Let's try another. This time, a digit is missing in the number below. Okay, there's the digit that's missing. Well, it's not there. There's a spot for it, which was then rounded to the nearest 100. List the possible digits. Oh, notice there's an S there. That could go in the tens place to make the statement correct. I'm going to read this one more time. A digit is missing in the number below, which was then rounded to the nearest 100. List the possible digits that could go in the tens place to make the statement correct. So we know there's more than one answer. We know that whatever this number was, it rounded to the nearest 100 is 8,400. Well, what do we know about rounding? I'm going to write this number here, 8, 4. This time I am going to put a box here. 8, 4, 5 is going to round, when we round it to the hundreds place, it's going to be 8,400. And this means approximately. Oh, says it right there. Well, when we're rounding, we look at this number, and if this number is 5 or more, then this would become, let's say this was a 5. Well, when we rounded that, we would say, oh, this number is 5 or more, so that means we add 1 to this one, and our rounding would be, because we would put zeros here, our rounded number would be 8,500. Well, that is if our number is 5 or more. Well, our number didn't round to 8,400, so that means that our number has to be less than 5. It cannot be 5 or more. When we think about our rounding rules, it can only be a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4. Let's try it. Let's put a 4 in here and let's round it. Okay, our rounding rules, let's see, we circle this number. Well, it's already got a box around it. We underline the place value that we want to round to. We circle the number to the right of it. If it's 5 or more, we add 1. It's not 5 or more, so we drop it down. Everything after it becomes zeros, and then we need to make sure we drop that 8 down. Okay, so 4 definitely works. Well, if 4 works, 3, 2, and 1, and even 0 would also work because they are all less than 5. So we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 answers to this problem. So list the possible digits that could go in the tens place to make this statement correct. Well, these are the digits that could go in the tens place. Our number could be 8,405, 8,415, 8,425, 8,435, or 8,445. I hope that was helpful.